at least in theory. Let's see if this can get going. This is a repair that I really hope I'm wrong about. I really hope I'm wrong about this, but we'll see. All right, YouTube. YouTube. All right, we're starting this stream. Here we go. Yes, error 26. After rice coming up, at least in theory. So this is a board that's here for data recovery and...
Jessa, I got it.
What?
I fucking got it.
You did?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't fucking know, but it works.
Oh my God, that's great, Mark. Awesome. That is great. You got to go drink a beer now.
Yeah.
That is great. What do you mean you don't know? Do you actually know? Are we going to talk later?
We'll talk later.
Okay, we'll talk later. Awesome. Yay. Things
Also,
are...
I don't know.
Also, I don't really know. That is great. Mark has been beating his head since about 8:30 this morning on this one problem. So it sounds like he's got good news, which is awesome because I think we're going to need some good news because I think this phone is sucky news as usual. I'm so tired of these error 27 phones. Maybe this one's not an error 27. I'm absolutely prejudging it just based on experience, and I really, really hope that I'm wrong because it's always so disappointing. This is rush data. Device was liquid damage, need data recovery. And this is how you know you're setting off on data recovery on the wrong foot. Device will not boot past Apple logo with a new screen. So this is, actually this says initial estimate has more details. I'm going to go read the more details. So the Apple will not boot past Apple logo. That sounds a lot like a phone that has software corruption, which is fantastic. I'm going to go on a hunt here to see if I can figure out what... 24894. Mark, are you going to be able to repeat that? Whatever that was?
Hopefully, like 4 more times.
Okay. That's great. That is fantastic. All right, let's see. Whoa! Jeez. Oh, God! Oh. God. This sucks. It's like... I need to get some kind of privacy rules. Mark, look at this.
Wait,
can I read that?
Notes?
No, I'm not. But can I read that? This part? Look at that. This is not what I expected at all.
Which?
This just the front part. That's hilarious.
I mean, who hasn't done that before?
All right, let's see.
Wait, let me guess. Is this from Florida?
Yes. Wait, no, it's not. It's from these guys, which might as well be Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
from one of those chains.
Thank God for those guys.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God you know what I'll have to say. This is from a chain, that is known for fuck ups, but it's not from Batteries Plus. You know why? Because Batteries Plus is gonna stop fucking up. Because Batteries Plus has 2 corporate people here at the course this week, and they are taking notes like banshees, and they are going to disseminate the good word, and they, especially after today, will not let any Batteries Plus franchises fuck up people's phones with Error 27 for sure. This other franchise has sent us this phone, and not so much. All right, so I don't think we can tell you the sad story of the customer's actual misfortune, but it is pretty funny. So the customer takes it to these guys, and then this, oh God, this line. Mark, look at this line. Just makes you want to throw up. Listen to what, like, who would even write this down? You see this, Mark? Where'd you go? Did he go outside? It says, so we dehydrated the device. We dehydrated the device. Barf! That means they used one of the piece of shit Staples, like, bathing suit centrifugers or whatever, you know, or one of the bullshit desiccator dryer, you know, just, no, bad idea. Ugh, it just drives me crazy. You could have opened up the phone. You don't need to dehydrate anything. Open the fucking phone up and clean it. And then get it a new battery and troubleshoot with your eyes. Don't put it in a machine that's like makes, your magic vacuum bags that you can use to store comforters under your bed in the summer. That's bullshit. That's not for fucking phones. It drives me crazy. We dehydrated the device, according to them, and ultrasonicked the board. Why would you do that? Why would you dehydrate the device and then ultrasonic the board? That doesn't even make sense. Our hot air is broken, so the motherboard shields were not removed. So you did nothing for ultrasonic. And then they are telling me about charging with a new battery, which doesn't make any sense. That sounds like the phone was ready to recover then. So recover the data, you're done. After putting on a new display, the phone boots to Apple logo, and then the display goes out. Only backlight remains. Current blah, blah, blah. It's basically a software problem now. Phone boots into recovery, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they have destroyed the software on this phone somehow. And previously, it seems that it would have been an easy recovery. So that sucks. Let's first look at the board. So we're going to look at the board. All right. I can't control all this sound stuff. That's outside of my domain. Did they use a vacuum system to simulate freeze drying? I'm sure that they did. I'm sure that they have some kind of bullshit dehydrating system that they make each other buy. Oh, it's just such bullshit. Luckily, you're making a video about this. We have one of these in our store right now. Well, it's just a fucking rape, so stop. Just throw it away. Go unplug it right now. Give me a video. How about this, Anthony Finch? You've sent us a few things, and I threw you under the bus on one of these streams. If you post a video of you taking a sledgehammer to a dehydrating machine, then we will do a free repair for you. How about that? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this board. So we looked at this today with the class right at the very, very end of the day, and it was just maddening, so I quit. All right, here's a bad sign when you don't really see very much wrong. So connector up here looks good. This looks good, looks good, looks good. In fact, other than this little test spot, you'd really be hard-pressed to see that water actually touch this board at all up here. Up, there's a backlight filter, couple little caps of a tiny, tiny hit of water, but not really anything that's a big deal. All right, I took off the shield, so nothing is under here. And looking down at the bottom of the phone, this looks totally like water never hit it. Water never hit it. Nothing at the battery. So this board so far looks really, really recoverable. Like there's really nothing wrong. Like it should have booted right up. All right, there is nothing. No real signs of water. No sign of water. No sign of water. These guys knocked off in ultrasonic and brushing after ultrasonic. So these guys knocked off. That I have to put back in order to even be able to test, which is kind of a pain in the ass. This has a little bit of water right there and a little bit there. So now up in this top corner of the phone where the little water entry holes are on the shield, we see some water around chestnut. So this is our only hope. This is our great hope that because there's this little specks of corrosion around here, our hope is that corrosion got under chestnut, and that if we lift up chestnut, we'll actually see something there. Because if not, if chestnut is beautiful under there, this amount of cap damage is too minor to prevent a phone from booting, and that means this phone will not have a correctable hardware defect. So our only hope is you, chestnut. Chestnut's our only hope. All right, so now while this board was going through ultrasonic, because it did have a little bit of water, so we put it through ultrasonic, and then with the class, I said, you know, we had just talked today about gas gauge all morning long. We talked about gas gauge problems, and I had specifically said about how serious it is to not use bad batteries and to not ever take a phone that has data on it and use the battery that got wet. Never ever do that. That's a huge, huge no-no. And the reason why I explained to these guys this morning is because you can make a recoverable phone unrecoverable just by connecting a water damaged battery. And the battery doesn't even have to look water damaged. So then as kind of the way things go, this phone came up today. So it came up today, and I took it apart, very, very end of the course day. And I said, while it's in ultrasonic, let's go ahead and take a look at the battery. So let's do that. This board really looks like it has minor damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the battery, because I'm making a new rule, which is stream every error 27 phone until the world stops trying to use wet batteries. All right, so this is what the battery looked like. Let's see if you guys can see what the battery looked like from far away. This is what the battery looked like. It is, I had to pry it out, but it's in the housing. It looked flat. It had no sign of any puckering, or it's not pitted. It's flat. It's a perfectly beautiful looking, like you just bought it and unwrapped it this morning battery. That's what it looks like. So let's see what it looks like under the microscope. All right, so under the microscope, I've peeled the sticker up there so that we can see the actual battery board. So I peeled the sticker on this side, and now let's take a look. So we'll bend this down, and look at that. Here's the thing. Battery damage. Look at that. That is just frank corrosion. That is obvious damage on the battery board. Look at that. That is not okay. That is not safe. It is not cool. It is bad. That is not good. And if you kind of scroll down here, there were, I think, a couple other spots that just looked bad for battery. All right, so here's the thing. If you mess up your battery, look at this battery. If you mess up your battery's ability to communicate gas gauge charge percentage information to the board, then you are going to potentially corrupt the software if you do it enough times, and that will ruin your path to data. Now, if this is just a phone you're trying to fix, then who cares? Go ahead, use this battery, see what happens. If you recently backed it up and data is not an issue, have at it. It doesn't matter. If the phone crashes because it doesn't like the fact that it can't hear gas gauge, then fine, stick a new battery in it, restore it, doesn't matter. So what I'm talking about is a frustration with folks that do have data. That's what we see as all these sad cases of people that are desperate for data that put their phones in rice and then just tried to charge them and ended up with these error 26 unrecoverable no path to data phones, which totally suck. All right, so now, I might be wrong, and I really hope that at the end of this video it'll be like, well, there you go. You never can tell. But right now, the way it feels is I see battery damage. That's one. Number two is this phone seemed that it was kind of working okay initially. That's strike two. Strike three is that this board has very minor damage. So therefore, if it's not working, it's probably software corruption. Software corruption in connection with clear battery damage, that seems like this is a setup for a good old-fashioned error 26 or error 27 outcome. All right, let's see. Let me check the comments here, because before we can actually do anything and even try to update or anything with this phone, we're gonna have to put back on these two coils that fell off. So now these coils right now, I've seen these fall off before in a 5C. So I don't really have an explanation for, in the absence of any water damage in this area, why it is that these coils would fall off the board. Usually that happens with drop, not with water damage. And the customer's incident seems a little crazy, so he may have had sort of a drop in combination with water. I'm not really sure. But in any event, those guys simply sheared off the board. And we'll have to put them back because those guys are needed for some of the CPU power lines. So we have to put those back in order. And this is what sucks about these jobs, is that you have to do all these things and jump through all these hoops just to find out that, yep, it was a bad battery. Shouldn't have done that. You would have been fine if you had just changed the goddamn battery. All right. Maybe they opened it up and dumped out the water. I don't think that doesn't make sense. Let's see. The dehydrator makes good jerky. All right. Bludging on YouTube. Doing another TriStar and watching Jessa and Lewis. Lewis's stream wasn't enough for us late owls. Oh, speaking of Lewis, who I don't think he's gonna watch my stream. I think he's on his way home. But anyway, Lewis sent me something in the mail because he is my buddy, my friend. Lewis sent me. This was very sweet, honestly, and a surprise. I did not expect him to solve a problem for me, since, you know, that's what men do. And that would be like him having to mansplain to me how to do something, but he did. He sent me a little battery adapter for my Sony camera that runs out of batteries all the time. So I cut off the end of it, soldered it to these wires that I can attach to DC power supply. So now I can plug this sucker, which I did not even know this existed, plug this up into the camera, attach it to DC power supply, and not have to rely on the little 1 hour Sony battery. Yay! So that was super nice of him. All right, let's, and I tested it, it works. So yay. All I have to do is get a DC power supply that will live over there on that table and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's check this out. Huge battery, what? Something about headphones. Rice battery was obsolete idea. Nope, it's not. Rice, it never works. Headphones. She is explaining the main cause of this problem that causes error 26. Yes. Rice is for dinner. Yes. Okay. All right, let's go down here to the end. Alrighty, so now in order to get through this trial, to just prove to ourselves that this is indeed an error 26 phone, and hopefully I'm wrong. I really, truly hope that I'm wrong about this. Would love to be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. First, we got to put back on these coils. All right, so these coils are going to be a little bit tough because they are right next to some underfilled NAND chip that we can't bother. So we would like to keep the heat kind of away. All right, so we'll just pick off these brackets. All right, now I'm going to get plenty of leaded solder here. And I'm going to clear that little fridge. Yay, Christy's making test housings. I'm going to need 5S though in a second. Are you doing 5S?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to need 5S in order to fail here.
Okay.
On this piece of shit error 27 phone.
There you go.
I feel like the more that I announce that this is definitely an error 27. By the way, error 26 is the kind of new error 27. So it depends on which exact version of iOS you have. All right, we will clear that with Hodder because that's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. All right, so now I got to come up with two new guys. Error 26 and error 27 are the same. And both of them are the your battery sucks error. Both of them mean rice battery disease. All right, those ones are shitty, but they will probably work. Fine. Wow, look at that. That one has underfill over there, and mine does not. I guess it should have, and maybe these coils would not have just jumped off the board. But they did. All right, so let's go ahead and grab off the donor board. Well, these coils are for some of the CPU power lines. So right now, this phone's going to do jack shit. It's going to do jack shit. All right, so today, our town of Honey Eye Falls is doing a new thing. What is this thing called? The Tuesday thing?
Something about good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes Tuesday. Which I think is probably the dumbest thing ever. So Good Vibes Tuesday, it's really sad when you work in this tiny little town, which is super cute. Like everyone loves the cute little quaint Honey Eye Falls, just so picturesque with the waterfall. It's just looks straight out of a magazine. Except it's really hard to actually run a business that's sustainable in a little Mayberry town like this. And so the village people sent out a little note that said, like, you know, we're really trying to like get more people downtown in the hours of, you know, in the evenings. We're pretty busy on, you know, Thursday through Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are really dead. Busy? I've seen like 6 people today. Like that's ridiculous. So they decided to do this Tuesday, Good Vibes Tuesday. So they didn't really talk to anybody about this, they just did it. So they are going to have somebody with their guitar come sit in the town gazebo and play their guitar for a couple of hours on Tuesdays, starting today, apparently. Which I forgot all about. And it turns out the village, and then at the end of the letter they write, so, you know, we really hope that you'll support us with the new Good Vibes Tuesdays for summer plan. So if you'd like to help out, a donation of $200 would probably help pay for, you know, some of the performers that we're gonna have. What? You know, I don't want you to shake me down for $200 when you know that there are only about 6 businesses that are not shuttered on this tiny little downtown area. And honestly, I don't think any of these businesses really give a shit if there's any walk-in traffic or not, because they wouldn't be in business if we had to depend on walk-in traffic. So no, I really don't want to give you $200 on AFLs. What I will do though, to support the Good Vibes, is I will start an iPad rehab band. I think that's a better idea. What do you guys think about the iPad rehab band idea? No, I mean iPad rehab kids and adults band. We need a lot of people. We got to really rejuvenate this downtown. Hey Mark, can you play an instrument other than the skin flute?
Yes.
What is it?
Drums.
The drums. Can you actually play the drums?
Yeah.
Awesome! Oh my god, this is gonna be great. All right, what are some good like songs that inspire you to think about getting your phone fixed?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Are there any songs that make you think of fidget spinners? Maybe we could just like make up words to a song. Yeah, spin me right round, baby. I love that. That is a great idea.
Even the right number of syllables.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be, we'll lead off with that. We could just change the words to some existing songs to make them feature TriStar faults, Charger woes, something like that. All right, let's see what kind of ideas chat has. All right, gotta love the small towns. Put the horse before the cart. Jesse, you sound like the little apparently kid that was on TV. Apparently. All right. iPad Rehab will be the new owner of the town with all her mail-ins and being the primary local money generator. Paul Daniels, I think, has fallen victim to the Lewis disease, which I really don't get. I'd love to shine the camera around to see how our mail-in volume is at. I would have said 50% what it was 6 months ago with touch disease, but now I don't know, 30%. Seriously low. Mostly I think because the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 7 hasn't really come around a lot, and really because we spend most of our time doing data recovery jobs like this one. So it is really frustrating. Here, let's move this back over to see data recovery jobs that don't go anywhere because it's a lot of wasted time. And especially like this one, you just know it's not going to end well, and yet you have to have hope. Good old human hopefulness. You never know. Gotta have hope. Gotta have hope that the underfill will let me take this coil off. Come on. Let me have it. Let me have it. Nice and gentle. Come on. Fuck you, underfill. Fuck you, underfill. So guys, I think we should sign up for one of the last Tuesdays. We can drink a bunch of margaritas. This is a great idea. We need to support our town. You guys don't seem like you're that committed. Oh, come on, underfill. You're making me crack this coil up. Wait, what? I can hear you. When Jessa says this is a great idea, it's because it's a great idea, like 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, it would be really funny, Mark. Let's do a video where we actually solder through Captain Tape. Wouldn't that be funny? I wonder if I'm gonna try to take this coil off through Captain Tape. I'm just gonna slide it off like underneath the Captain Tape. I'll just poke it off. Oh, that would be really funny. Okay, right. 6 hours of never gonna give you up. Yes, that is a great idea.
Except for the part where we would have to actually perform that for 6 hours.
Oh yes, Amy Winehouse. You gotta go to rehab. Yes, I love this. There's so many great ideas. Who wants to come out to Honey I Falls and be in the band? We'll pick any Tuesday. Tuesday apparently is going to be the happening night around downtown Honey I Falls. You can come hang out at iPad Rehab. So we did get some business tonight. I mean, we have zero walk-in traffic. It's like literally zero. Where so much of the students are like, wait, you guys don't do just like screen repairs? Oh no, we do screen repairs, like, once a week maybe. But so we had a customer. This kid comes in. We are selling the spinners in the front, and the little kid comes in, and I went out to see the person playing the guitar for 5 minutes. And, and I come back in. And Mark sold a fidget spinner today. Yay! But then I watched him ringing it up, and it's one of the like super premium ones that I was actually excited to get because I wanted to see how cool it was. Because this is one that is a $12, maybe $15 from China spinner. That has got to be cool. If China is selling something for 12 or 15 bucks, that is a spinning hunk of metal. It is definitely going to be really awesome. And it said it was all kind of like premium balanced with a 5-minute spin time. Which, it turns out, is true, and it actually is pretty fucking cool, I have to say. So I bought like a few of those from China, 12 or 15 bucks a piece. So I walk in just in time to see our one customer that the new Good Vibes and Honey I Falls Downtown Tuesdays has dug up, and watch Mark sell the $12 spinner to some kid for $10. So, $10.99. $10.99. Yes, $10.99.
That was what Jean told me to do.
Wait, Jean, the same person who got trolled for a whole week because of her front camera problem, turned out to be a dead line of touch that wouldn't let her turn the camera around?
Yes.
That Jean? That's the Jean that told you?
It wasn't just the dead line of touch wouldn't let her turn the camera around. It also wouldn't let her turn on your speaker on the voice memo apps, and she was troubleshooting camera and your speaker.
That's a whole lot of cussing. How did you, let me hear your like nice like vegetarian Mark way that you told Jean how you figured out her problem.
I told him what the problem was. He didn't figure it out.
No.
Oh, that's not what I heard at all.
Well,
I was
Not
sitting
what I
there testing with her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, there's a deadline to touch," and I was like, "Okay, well, there's your problem."
that's not how it went down.
And then I turned the phone like on its side so it rotated.
Oh,
like,
so you
oh,
could-
front camera works.
I mean, that's terrible. Well, everybody makes mistakes. Fight to the death.
I'm sure that's the way.
That's what happened.
So wait, so to be clear, that's the person that you took the spinner's selling advice from?
That was the only other person that was here at the time. And
Well, we don't need to staff this place. We don't
if
have
I-
any fucking customers.
If
What's
I
the
had
point?
my preference when somebody walked in the door,
Yes.
I would go back in the back and hide, or tell them we're closed.
That's obviously would have been a better plan. I think we should go with that. We're closed.
Okay.
Really? Because it's
Ev-
Tuesdays, and those
everybody
people
on stream-
says iPad Rehab sponsored this concert.
I have a stream full of witnesses now, so anytime,
None of these guys are ever going to show up here.
any walk-in customers that come in from now on, just like I don't even work here, man. I don't know what's going on.
I think you
The
should
only
just say,
person
"Get the fuck out."
The only person they remember here is the nice man with the beard.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Oh my God, the old ladies.
Nice guy with beard.
Why don't you come tell the stream about your customer this week, Mark?
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Here, pull up a chair.
So this lady comes in and she's got an iPhone 6S that is not charging, and she's trying to turn it in to wherever she leased it from. 'Cause
Leased?
she's-
Wait, like
Yeah.
rent a center?
Yeah, I think she said she got it from Apple, but in hindsight, who knows
She got it from
what
Orange.
the deal was. So she brings it in and says she had been to Apple, and the Apple store actually referred her to us. So I open it up while I'm talking
Thanks.
to her and tell her, it could be a problem on the logic board, it could be a bad battery, or it could be a bad charge port. So I'm gonna just rule out battery and charge port. And so I open it up, disconnect the charge port, connect my test one, and test it, and it's charging. So I tell her, okay, so
The Apple Store can't do that?
Nope.
That's retarded.
I know. I know.
Oh my God.
So I tell her, this.
Honestly, because I know the end of the story, you know what? They shouldn't do that. It's just too hard. You can't explain shit to people.
I know.
Just don't worry about it. Buy a new phone. I mean, I get it. You guys are Apple. Hats off to you. You had it right all along. You're the big winner.
So I explained to her that the problem is the charge port, and I tell her, either we can replace the charge port and it'll be a perfectly functioning device. She can take it home and charge it and then turn it in. Or if she wants, she can just leave the phone here and I'll charge it up and she can pick it back up and then take it to turn it in. And her answer was, well, I don't know what my husband wants to do. So I'm going to...
He wants you to have dinner on the table right now, so get gone, lady.
I'm going to take the phone home and talk to him, and we'll figure out what we want to do, and I'll come back if I have to. And so I say, okay, that's fine. I put her phone back together, give it back to her. And then Jean gets a call the next day. And what did she want to know, Jean?
She wanted to know if it was done charging.
She wanted to know
if the phone that she had taken home
was done charging.
So she could pick it up.
So, Jean, you're on the phone with her for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, Jean, pull up a
twice.
chair. I want to hear your side of this story.
Yeah.
So she said that Mark had taken a piece out of her phone to charge.
Huh, the battery?
No, not the battery.
Because that would make a lot of sense, actually.
And she's like, no, I left it there with him, and he left it plugged into the cord, and I'm going to come back for it.
What were you thinking? Like,
What are you talking about? Like, I already talked to Mark, and he's like, he has no phone charging for anybody, and there's nothing here charging. So
my first thought would be like, fuck, we lost something.
So
What have we lost?
So what happened was when I disconnected the charge port, I just left it plugged into the cable, and she ignored everything coming out of my mouth, and all that registered to her was, there's still something plugged into that cable, so he's probably charging up my phone for me.
Must have come out of my phone. He's trying to steal it. Look at that shady beard. Obviously, this guy right here, I am checking for most wanted right now on my FBI app.
Yeah.
Is my FBI app still working, sir? I need to look up something.
So
Don't worry about it.
Naturally, she just wants to come back in and pick up the charged charge port so we can put it in her phone for her.
Yeah, charge that charge port up. How much you gonna charge her for charge port charging? That's what I want to know. Well, is there a charge for charge port charging, or is it no charge?
$69.
Oh,
It
God.
should be the amount of time that we've been charging this.
Yep,
and
no
talking
warranty.
to her,
No
texting
warranty.
her.
No warranty. All right. That's a very sad story. So, what do you think about the people of Honey Falls in general? Smart. Little rednecky.
I don't know if I would say smart.
In fact, I would not say.
Yeah, they're. I'm sure they're good people.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're getting ready to be one of them, so you might want to you might want to be a little.
No, I'm gonna be a tourist.
Mm,
You get a lot of those.
we don't get any tourists or customers.
We don't take kindly to tourists around here.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, is Cecilia, you're gonna shop around just you could be like one of the customers, one of the 6 customers. Like, is she gonna go over to Body Work Needed? Main on Main,
Yeah,
they're
actually,
doing
I
good.
need
Well,
to
it's really
set her
funny
up
because
with it.
here's the thing in this small town. If this is what you need to know, if you need a haircut, you can go over there to Main on Main and get
I
your
know.
haircut.
I saw what they did to Sunday. For Sunday.
God. They do all of her. Yeah, how about let's do a quiz? Hey, Jean.
Yeah.
Where do you get your hair did?
Main on Main. Where do you get yours?
Main on Main. So does Sunday. So Mark.
Is there another place that cuts hair within an hour drive?
Yes.
Yes. The guy with the weird bird.
2 other places in the village.
Yeah. Well, what about Lupinetti's? Is that a place?
Yes, Lupinetti's. Oh, and I think the other place closed.
Was it the guy with the weird bird?
No, it was Norton Salon or Spa. That place
Oh.
closed?
Wait, that was a real place?
The one over by the orthodontist? Yes.
But here's the thing. So guess where Main on Main gets their phones fixed.
Obviously, like, there's battery and bulbs nearby.
Yeah. No, that's not. And there's also a You Break I Fix going in the Victor Mall.
There you go.
Not there either. They're not open. They come over here. So like we make money fixing phones that we use to go get our hair cut to pay them. And then they take the money they made cutting hair and come over here to get their phones fixed. It's like symbiosis. That's how this whole town rolls. You gotta get with it. Alrighty, so
I gotta babysit my data recovery.
you gotta go babysit your data.
I came back inside after I'd started it. And
Yeah.
fucking disconnected, stopped in the middle of it.
Motherfucker.
But after much finagling, I got it to do it again.
Yes!
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of babysitting data recovery jobs. Okay, so this phone it showed me an Apple logo. And let's see. And it is, let's guess. Is it detected in recovery mode? Let's find out. All right, let's do that again. Let me stick this screen on it actually. All right, let's see. So this doesn't, so our great hope of chestnut problem is not working out because we thought that if there's really anything wrong with this board, it was going to be potential corrosion under chestnut. But if the phone is making an image, that seems pretty unlikely. All right, so I'm going to stick this screen on here. And connect it to the computer. Ooh. Mark is back on TV. All right. So here's his phone, and let's listen to the beautiful sound of iTunes detecting something in DFU mode. Let's see. Well. Look at that. Let's go to screen. And let's go to iTunes. What a fucking shocker that is. This phone is now booting to recovery mode. Update. All right, update. Now, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, phone. Please prove me wrong, and update just fine so that this guy can get his data. I would love for it to be wrong right now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna finish the update and be fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, is it really?
100%.
100%?
Yep.
I think it's gonna have error 26.
You should let Mark lay hands on it first. He's having a good day.
Yes! Yes! Master's touch, by all means. Uh-oh, hurry up, it's disconnected. Wow! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, Mark, you made it have an Apple logo. It's good. It's starting. It's gonna work. It's gonna update now.
Yep.
And if this, you can push it. I thought you have to blow it, like get a little straw. This has got the update straw. You have to blow. You gotta blow the progress bar, or else
save that for the advanced practical board repair school class.
What's at my desk? Are there some tweezers with weird straw? Yes, we'll talk about that on Thursday. Oh, you got a dot.
Yep. See.
Yeah, you got a dot. Now, where does error 26 fail? I forgot.
Right after the dot.
Okay, come on, go baby, go. Prove me wrong. And now, if you're right, and this just updates and it's fine now, and I get proven wrong on all this whole rant on error 26, which then everybody's like, "Fuck this! Go get a dehydrator, man." I'm gonna call it Mark. Mark saves phone with magic touch and dehydrator by remote.
Yeah, that's finishing.
I have to say, it's a little, might go through.
Yeah.
If it does go through and boots back up into the iOS, and I'm wrong, I'm gonna retitle this video, "Everyone Needs a Dehydrator for Phones." Oh man. All right, let's read the chat.
Like everything that wasn't supposed to work is today.
I know, yes. Well, except for that one. Here, let's see how many students, let's do this, Mark, let's do a plant for the students. Let's see how many students watch the stream, which they really shouldn't, because it's really fucking late. It's past their bedtime. All right, it's 10 o'clock. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. We'll see if anybody knows, because I'm gonna tell you something different tomorrow, but this is the truth. Tomorrow, I'm gonna lie to you, but today, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Students, do you guys remember the phone that those guys were working on over there today? You know, Ed, Josh, and Pete, the 5S, and it had no image, and it had all that fuckery on Chestnut and a whole bunch of shit. After you guys left, I fixed it. You want to know what I really did to fix it? Because honestly, that work that you guys did looked good, and both me and Mark said, yep, that's a good filter. After you left, I really didn't know why it didn't have image. So you know what I did? Don't tell anybody. I picked up the filter, just lifted it up, put it back down, and then it had image. It worked great. But tomorrow I'm going to tell you guys that it was like a whole bunch of fuckery with Chestnut and bad caps and stuff, so that you don't feel bad that it was really just your bad filter that you placed.
Just tell him I came by and farted on it and it started working.
Yeah, we don't know. We went out to dinner and then Mark, has a problem, and then it started working again. Ooh, look, Mark. Here, come blow it. It needs your special.
If you touch it at this point, it's going to fail.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, don't do it, Jessa. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Oh, all right. But here's the big heartbreaker on these. Like that one over there. This is such an exciting moment. What the hell is that? Right at the speed of life, Grammarly. Ooh, I love that, Grammarly.
It's an ad. Those are ads that are on
Ads?
your
Well, an
on
ad
your
is
YouTube
awesome.
channel.
I think an ad about grammar beats the fuck out of a
Yeah,
Wix
my
ad.
channel has ads about Trump.
What?
I know. I don't know how to opt out of that.
You just gotta go with it. When on Wall Street,
I'll take the
go
20
into
cents.
Trump Tower. I'm gonna take this Trump 20 cents and I'm donating it to the DNC. Take that, you fucker. Here's when this thing gets finished, and it'll be like, and now you've completed update, and we will be rebooting your phone shortly to a black screen. But it doesn't tell you that. All right, let's see. But Jessa, it's never the filter. Yes, it's never the filter, and it's never the dehydrator. Here comes Christine. Stop talking about her. Christine, do you want to be in our band? This is a great idea. Where were you? It was Tuesday. Tuesday. What's it called again? What's the thing called?
Tuesday, fucking idiots playing music.
That's not what it's called.
Good vibes flowing. Vibes?
Good vibes. Yeah. Where were you?
Oh, I was at Court of Honor.
Is it because
Also, it was
is
raining.
it because you don't believe in rejuvenating our downtown?
I will be there.
Look at that.
Tuesday. That's
Here's a question. Where do you get your hair cut?
in Pittsburgh.
Oh God.
Yeah, at the
oh.
nice
Oh.
place. Of course she gets her hair cut in
Why don't you go to Maine on Maine?
Because she's not a peasant.
Charges double what I paid. For
Oh.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, that could be a
Well, if she does good, then she has more money to fix her phone. That's what we were talking about. How we all trot on over there to get our hair cut, and then when they break their phones, they just, oh my God! Ah!
Told
All
you.
right. Press home to upgrade. Make that happen, motherfucker.
Where's some tweezers?
Okay, right here. Go do it. Come on, pro. Come on, Master's Touch.
Use
Master's-
tweezers to short something.
Just shove it in there. It'll be fine.
No way. Not doing it.
God bless America. The only phone here that has a. All right, how about this? Just do this easy job.
Oh, make a phone pyramid?
Make the beast with two fronts. Just plug that in without unscrewing it right there, right now, because it's hard to do
that.
that.
I
Okay.
can do that.
Okay.
You gotta open that up.
All right. Do. What's the population in your town? Yes. All right. Passcode. All right. What's this fucker's passcode? Please have a fucking passcode, motherfucker.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God. All right, what's that? Do.
And it's the right passcode? Holy shit.
Oh man, let's go
We need to
straight
go
home.
fucking gambling.
Yes. What can we bet on? We should do something really
Yeah,
hard now.
what do you guys bet on up here? You like throw
We bet- no,
sticks
we-
in the river and race them or something?
No, we bet on whether or not we're ever gonna fix, the celebrity phone in the drawer.
No, that's
I think
not
we should
taking
do it.
that
Let's
bet.
take it out right now,
Nope.
and just maybe it'll just work. Maybe it'll just work. All right, let's read this. All right, let's see. Why are there Trump ads still? The election is over. That is true.
Yeah, but
What is
campaign
the
season
what
just
is
started.
the population in this one horse town? One horse, I think.
No, there's at least 2 donkeys.
There were. We got rid of them.
They're
Remember?
not still local?
I doubt it.
Really?
I ran them out of this town. Those donkeys ain't welcome here no mo. There's not a lot of there's a lot of dead chickens. I know that. Christy,
What?
what is the population of Honey Eye Falls?
I do not know.
What?
Jessa, have you run into not being able to repair a phone because of bad or missing passcode? Just not being able to recover data literally every day.
Yeah, exactly. No. Only happened. No.
I've been here for like a week and a half, and at least half of the things I've gotten ready to recover either had no passcode, wrong passcode, or encryption turned on with
Encryption turned on with no.
nobody
clue.
fucking ever has a clue what that password is.
Mm-hmm. All
But I
right.
think it might have been the number of people in men.
All right. Once the city realizes they can get more income, they will start charging business owner for having more events downtown. Well, I think the word city is what I'd circle in red on that statement.
5,000 people.
Have you run into not being able to repair a phone because of the bad missing passcode? Yes, of course. The Apple can do repair of the devices by iPad rehab. After all, the quality of the service is perfect. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Bodie!
All right, put it in again. What was it? Do,
This is 3078.
do. Update completed. Trust. Yes. I need to stop screaming. I think people are getting pissed off, like me.
Making Bodie a star.
I'm not fucking hooking up Wi-Fi.
He's a good boy.
Disable location services.
Oh.
You're gonna be really bummed out when it's like, wait, why is this gonna be like blank?
No, it's gonna have all the data, and it's gonna be like
Beautiful pictures of little children.
like the
App analytics.
pictures of all of his notes on the solution to cold fusion.
No, it's gonna be 100% porn.
I think he's an archaeologist.
It's gonna be the solution to cold fusion intermixed with shit dick pics.
Oh my god. Tell me that's a dick. Is it? Is that a dick? Looks like a dick.
I don't know. It might be a leg.
Oh god! Is it from his accident? Did you
He's a
like
good
take a
boy.
couple of last pictures? Oh jeez. Okay. So that happened. Wow. Okay. It's so funny, like you can tell, like, I'm gonna drive this hole, it's not gonna work super hard, error 26, such a piece of shit. Because you're always like, oh, maybe it's fine. And it was. All right, let's get rid of this. Boom.
So now you cannot say anymore
Now
that
I
you've never
can't-
had update work.
I have an update work a lot, but not on a phone with this history. What is all that?
Okay, time to get down.
All right, let's find something that is non-identifiable so that we can. How about that? a penis. Look at, what is that? Look at that. Like interesting plumbing. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting plumbing. There you go.
Now,
All right, ready to recover. Yay! Passed the data. Great news for this guy. After his unfortunate accident that we can't tell you about. So, don't leave your phone in rice because you can fuck up your battery like the 6 or 7 or 8 phones in a row over here, but not this one. This is the one that got away. Thank you to Mark and his masterful master touch. So this phone is in the recovered pile. And, you know, I really can only think that the only thing that was up with this phone was the fact that those 2 coils were loose from a drop because they came off the board kind of on their own. So just with some light brushing. Other than that, I mean, but that's a really odd defect. I've seen those guys come off before, but I don't know. I would have thought that would be pretty much a red herring. But for the 5 of you guys that actually watch all the way to the end, this phone is recovered. Yay! Update worked, and we were able to get past the software defect. That battery absolutely had corrosion on it, so. It certainly fits the picture of the Error 27 classic gas gauge fault that corrupts the software. But in this phone, it looks like they got it. They got to it in time before that happened, because I really would expect this to have kind of gone down that rabbit hole. All right, so let's see. VCRs, what? Family photos, work outings. Let's. Virus removal, what? It's Big Toe. Dog in dangerous proximity to 2-headed iPhone. Beware of ripped connectors.
Bodie would never hurt
That's a professional dog. That's no, that would never happen. Yes, phone is fixed. Yay! All right. You got an overlay. You want to get rid of. You got an overlay you will want to get rid of for your next stream. You didn't see before. Right center of screen. It's invisible. What overlay?
So there's got to be a hidden Pepe.
I don't know. Is it the one? Let's see. There's logo. This overlay is one. YouTube alert.
It's probably a YouTube overlay.
Oh, in YouTube? Oh, did he change my Did he change my thing so that it doesn't have a picture of Lewis anymore?
Probably.
No, it's still there. It still says still with her. He did. Oh, somebody on my channel said how to get rid of searching no service, and Lewis wrote pay the bill, and the guy's like, what bill? I don't understand. All right, this one I don't see any overlays. That's audio, webcam. Nope, right beside your head. My cock? I don't get it. You have to spell it out. Tell me exactly what it is. Move that around. Move that around. Right under the logo, I see some cleaner. I see my poor broken cock. I see a bunch of connectors and wire and shit. I can't see it on my end. I don't know if anyone, no overlay, can't see it here. Let me refresh it. All right, nobody knows what you're talking about. Sounds like too much Jack Daniels. I hair dryer a dripping wet laptop before. It did dry out and actually still works. Alrighty. Pontiac Falls is so small that Google doesn't know. That's pretty funny. Alrighty, so this phone is done, and hopefully everyone learned a hard lesson about dehydrating phones and error 26. Don't fuck with the battery. See you next time.